Welcome to today's edition of the show podcast.
Week after week, the Masked Singer judges praise the celebrity contestants for bearing their hearts and souls out on the stage while performing under giant masks that prevent any of their facial emotions from seeing the light of day. In fact, just last week, Judge Jenny McCarthy wept while listening to Piglet, who is most definitely Nick Lachey, perform Lukas Graham's 7 Years, a song she claims to have never heard before despite it playing on loop at every radio station, shopping center, and yoga class for the past 6 years. On tonight's episode of the Fox reality singing competition, Season 5's first wild card contestant, Orca, shared a story about his father before performing Poison's Every Rose Has Its Thorns. Last time I had to really pull out all the stops as the first ever wild card. It was a lot of pressure, Orca said during his clue package of singing Twisted Sisters We're Not Gonna Take It. But I channeled my hero, my father, and the nerves washed away. I always looked up my dad, and when I told him I was going to be a dad too, it brought him so much joy. Even though his health was deteriorating, he became laser focused on the baby's baptism. And he hung on just long enough to see the ceremony. Days later he passed. I felt rudderless in an ocean of tears. But I'll never forget his last words. He said he was proud of me for being a dad above all else. And it brings so much joy to know his spirit will now live on for generations. After that anecdote and the Every Rose performance, Judge Nicole Schertziner was in tears, and fellow panelist Robin Thicke was moved to share his own dad's story. You know, I lost my father a few years ago. He was my hero, my idol. And so I totally connected with your story. And I feel what you're trying to say with that song. It was a really, really heartfelt and a beautiful, beautiful performance, Thicke said, bringing McCarthy to tears. Not to be left out, Orca began crying, or at least we assume, since we couldn't see his face. Yeah, you know, Robin, I just really appreciate your words. To choose this song in celebration of my dad. Now I'm a dad of 10-year-old twins and the last thing I ever thought I'd be crying in a giant orca costume. That was for my pops, man. I think we all got that tingly feeling inside from that performance, Nick Cannon, finally back after his COVID-19 diagnosis, told Orca before the judges made guesses of his identity ranging from Fred Durst to Jeremy Renner to Billy Joe Armstrong.